So going for a little day hike on the Kelly section of the Lone Star hiking trail. Taking the dag out, get her some exercise. Maybe going somewhere around 7 to 10 miles, I guess. I don't know, we'll see where it takes us. But starting at trailhead number 6 and then hiking, I guess, towards number 3, going east to west. Should be a good day. A little cloudy, a little misty, but cooler than it has been. So a little more about the Lone Star hiking trail. It's in the Sam Houston National Forest, I guess. Most of it is, maybe, I don't know, maybe all of it. I'm not really sure. But it's approximately 100 miles starting in Montgomery County and ending in somewhere over near Cleveland, Texas. But yeah, starts north of Montgomery, and then I think most people do it from west to east. Super flat, well-maintained trail. I'm probably going to do the whole thing before we head out of Texas in the next month or so and start working our way back to Alaska for the summer. I think you should be able to do it over a 3-day weekend or something like that. So we'll see. But anyway, it's really nice. The piney woods of southeast Texas. And yes, I know I should have her on a leash, but there is literally no other humans around. No real wildlife. She's actually great off leash. She went through her off leash training several years ago. Does a good job. But anyway, she loves it out here. Maybe reminds her a little bit of being back home and having all the land to roam on that she hasn't really had since we've been in Texas. Kind of confined to an RV park, the RV down here. So the trail is marked with these white blazes and super well marked. It's a very easy trail to follow. And I guess a couple of things to point out about hiking in southeast Texas, and certainly an adjustment coming from Alaska. In Alaska, when you hike or backpack, you're looking up the entire time. You're checking your surroundings for bear or moose. And here, you look down a lot more. One, because there's a lot of roots, but two, snakes are probably the biggest issue on the trail. I haven't seen any in a couple of times I've been here, but just living in the Houston area for years and doing trail running, you definitely come across copperheads and water moccasins periodically. And I guess the other thing maybe you run across out here are the wild hogs. I guess wild hogs and snakes are the two things you have to be concerned with. And then you can actually go into Huntsville State Park off this trail, and there are alligators there. So you definitely have to be aware of them. Although I've never heard of anyone having an encounter with an alligator where there was a sad ending. Certainly, really all about happy endings here, but nothing bad that I'm aware of with hogs, snakes, or alligators. And one of the great things about hiking here is there are a lot of water sources. Maybe not so much on this section. The next section, if we were going the opposite direction, goes along Lake Conroe. So tons of water sources, not only in streams, but also the lake. like a white van hidden in the brush up ahead. White van in the woods, always a little suspect. So one thing about hiking in this area, it's pretty dense forest, and you're not going to get a whole lot of spectacular views. I mean, it's is what it is, but there's some sections. In fact, the section I hiked last time, a few weeks ago, runs up along Lake Conroe, so you do get some views of the lake. I suspect hiking in that area on that section during sunrise, because the lake would be east of you, would be pretty nice. And maybe the further east you go, it opens up a little bit, but for the most part, this area is pretty dense vegetation, so don't expect any sweeping mountain vistas. Another thing to mention about if you're in a backpacker, do any overnight camping along the trail, there are some restrictions during hunting season, which just ended at the end of January, I guess. Or yeah, so it runs from, I think, early November through the end of January. You can only camp in designated campgrounds during hunting season. But after that, the restrictions are lifted and you have a lot more opportunities to really camp anywhere along the trail. I think there are some other restrictions along the east side of the trail, but nothing major. I think just something to consider if you're going to backpack. You do have some limitations during hunting season, and makes for a little bit of a planning and a logistical challenge. So, mentioned earlier, hunting season is over, but now hearing gunshots. Yeah, relatively close. Yeah, gotta love Texas. Not sure what it is, but someone felt the need to pop a cap at something. So anyway, hopefully avoid all that and just keep pushing along. All kinds of things going on this tree. Nice kind of Lone Star Trail. I think there's a loop here, maybe the Caney Creek Loop or something, that shares the Lone Star Trail for a bit. Water source, if you're brave enough, which she obviously was. I think this is maybe the Caney Creek Bridge, but not certain. And there is something in the woods over there. Across a couple of rabbits and squirrels, which Maggie's had a field day with. Yeah, that's nice. Not bad. It's actually Pretty clear water. Oh, wow, really? Okay. How about some good water? Come here. Hey. Come here. Right here. Oh. So the other thing that I forgot to mention that I have to contend with out here are all the damn spider webs and spiders. I think I ended up with 3 spiders on me so far, so it's all part of the experience. It's something you have to be aware of. I think a lot of people use their hiking poles, hold them out in front of them, try to prevent the spider webs from, they're hard to see, but didn't bring any hiking poles. I don't really need it for this kind of terrain, but anyway, something else to be aware of. It makes it feel like more one with nature, I guess. I look at it that way. And spiders aren't doing anything, but they help them kill some flies and mosquitoes. Your spider webs. Here a woodpecker. Yeah, there you go. Also, it kind of makes the same sound as Predator. The Predator in the first, or the alien in the first Predator movie. You gotta love that when you're out in the woods alone. Now, this is not what I would drink. I mean, I don't know, it's got some kind of film over the top of it. Pretty sketchy. Oh my God. Of course. All right, let's go. Let's get out of there. She's got to be part pig. Loves the mud and the nasty water. Okay, it's actually called Little Lake Creek Loop. So it heads off this way, not Caney Creek Loop. I don't know how far it is, but several miles, but it reconnects with the Lone Star hiking trail at some point. Okay, this is pretty cool area of the trail, section of the trail. Plenty of opportunities for pitching a tent and close to water sources. So this hike today is partly a recon mission, maybe to chart out some places to tent camp. If I end up doing the whole trail in a few weeks, or maybe in a couple of weeks, I guess. And the plan is maybe to start on a Thursday late afternoon after meetings wrap up, and maybe do 8 to 10 miles that afternoon and evening, and then knock out 3 big days to finish it by Sunday evening. Don't have the time to spend a week out here, and it's only 100 miles, so it's not 100 miles basically at sea level and very little climbing. I think, yeah, 324 feet of ascent over 4 miles so far, so nothing major. Another section that's burned at some point, but has a lot of opportunity to pitch a tent relatively easy. Now, what I don't want to do is get out here and be moving limbs around and leaves around and all that kind of stuff, and have a nice surprise with the snake. And yeah, this is pretty cool. Okay, made it to Osborne Road. So the cool thing about Osborne Road is this was as part of the Ironman Texas bike course in the early days, maybe the first 3 or 4 years. And this fun section where you could really just go, put the hammer down. Really nice road, smooth, not very super long, but real pretty through here. Someone got stuck. All right, goofball, hold on. All right, basically done with the hike. Out and back was 8 3/4 mile. So good hike. Got a tired baby girl here. You can find the full map of the trail and the sections on the Avenza app.